Hi everyone, I'm Bang Hao, but you can just call me Bang Bang. I'm a composer and a percussionist, often writing an arrangement for symphony orchestra. I recently picked up this MacBook Neo, but I noticed there's almost zero information online about how it handles professional notation software like Dorico. Since I spent my life staring at staff paper and MIDI data, I figured why not make a video myself to see if this machine actually works for people like us. My main workhorse is a Mac Mini M4 Pro with 48 gig of RAM. So my goal for this test is very specific. I want to see if this entry-level MacBook can truly serve as a mobile workstation when I'm on the go, or if it's really just built for checking emails and scrolling social media. To keep this test as authentic as possible, everything you see and hear in this video, the screen recordings, the live audio, and even the final 4K editing and exporting is being done entirely on this MacBook Neo. I won't be using my Mac Mini for any part of this process. Let's see if it can survive the full production workflow. I'm using an M1 iPad Pro as a second monitor. For monitoring, I've got my Biodynamic DT770 Pro. The footage you're watching right now is captured on my Oppo Find X Pro. Besides Dorico 6, I'll be using NotePerformer with some MPPE with Iconica Sketch VSTs, and finally, I'll attempt to edit this whole video using iMovie. The test is split into two parts. First, I'll work on a new project, arranging a choral piece for a standard orchestra. After that, I'll open a massive, highly complex orchestra score to see if the neon stays smooth or just crashes under pressures. This next piece is my unreleased Marimba Concerto. It's a 4/3 movement work, about 30 minutes long, written for a large triple-winged orchestra. The orchestral part alone has 36 tracks, but I've also integrated the piano and the two piano reduction scores and parts within this same project. For playback, I'm using NotePerformer, Iconica Sketch, and the Speed Symphony Orchestra 2024 library. Now, since the SSO library is a massive 368 gig, I didn't download it onto this MacBook Neo. It's a pity because I really love its marimba sound, but we won't be able to test that here. Instead, we're going to focus on RAN-intensive tasks, switching to transpose pitch using condensing and real-time playback. Let's see how the MacBook Neo handles this level of professional workload. Let's try to switch to transposed pitch. Right now, everything is in C, so we're going to change it to this. Okay, it switched successfully, but as you can see, the spinning rainbow wheel lasted for quite a while. Let's try switching it back. It's a bit slow, but still acceptable. Next, let's test condensing. We need to switch to engrave mode. Success! Now let's disable condensing since it's currently on. Success. Now let's condense it again. Okay, no problems here either. It just needs a bit of time. Now for the main event, playback. First, I'll use only the NotePerformer sound. Let's have a listen. Okay, sounds fine. No issues here. Now let's try loading more sounds. I'm loading all the instrument tracks from my original MPPE setup. Wow, I'm very surprised. It actually worked. I honestly thought it could crash immediately. Great. Now let's see how the actual playback perform. Let's try the same passage again. As you can hear, some of the sounds failed to load. Many instruments are missing, and there's constant audio crackling. It's very choppy. Now let's try loading only the strings. That worked. Let's listen to the same passage. It sounds alright, but there's still some audio artifacts. It really depends on your personal tolerance. It's usable if you absolutely have to, but if it were me, I'd choose to stick with just NotePerformer. To wrap things up, for general workflow, the MacBook Neo is perfect. It felt exactly like my Mac Mini M4 Pro with 48 gig of RAM. No lag, no crashes, and even the final MP3 export was snappy. Even though we ran into some performance issues once I started screen recording with OBS, I decided to keep that footage in to give you the most honest look at what this machine can and cannot handle. The only real bottleneck is loading massive sound libraries like Spitfire Symphony Orchestra. However, if you are using NotePerformer, it's more than enough to handle the vast majority of your composition needs. A few personal insights. First, not having a MIDI keyboard was a real pain. You can't get by with just the laptop keys, but your speed will take a massive hit. Dorico has this great feature to explode a chord into multiple voices with a MIDI keyboard. You just play the chord once. On a Mac keyboard, you can't play chord, so you're forced to input notes one by one. Second, the screen is quite small, especially for viewing full scores. I tried getting my iPad to portrait mode, but even with better display, I couldn't get the sidecar setting to show a vertical orientation. If anyone knows to fix for this, please let me know in the comments. An external monitor is the obvious fix, but you can't really bring a 27-inch screen around as the mobile workstation, can you? Lastly, Using the 3-finger drag on the trackpad comes with about a 1-second delay, which breaks the workflow rhythm slightly. This is actually a Mac OS system behavior, not a hardware lag. Using a mouse solves this instantly. Alright, that's it for today. I hope this helps you decide if the Neo is right for you. Thanks for watching. If you have questions or want to share your own setup, drop a comment below. I'll see you in the next one. If there is a next one. Bye.